One, I don't like to rush, because the more I rush, I come last minute, the stress goes up, because stress comes when you're not in kind of control. I might sound like a control freak, but it's just be prepared. And the second thing is technology. I want to make sure that audio camera is working well. And sometimes it just requires to unplug, and I don't want to do that like last minute, right? That's all.
Yeah, I love that. And so if the host that you are being a guest on, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a live stream, whether it's anything of this nature, if they don't open the room early and they open it right at what they set. So we set this for 2 p.m. Eastern time, and we got here 1:30, a half an hour, 30 minutes early. And Eddy got here 13 minutes early. But if the host opens the room right at the top of the hour, there's no time to do what you are doing. And Eddy, be candid with us. What would you think of that person? Or, I mean, we didn't discuss this and say, hey, Eddy, I'm going to be opening up the room like 15 minutes early or 30 minutes early if you want to join and share. Not chit chat. I don't like chit chat, but go ahead.
No, I think that's a great question, Roy. I want to do my share. It's like, let me take an example. I don't know if I can compare. Is you and I are meeting to get a coffee or anything, like we go for lunch. I want to be there early, regardless of you coming on time or late, because that's my integrity, and I want to do my part of the job. And that puts me at peace. I can only focus on what I can control. I can't control others.
Perfect. I like your answer. First, answer this. Would you like to have the floor 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever? It's up to you. If you have a hard stop at a certain time, let me know.
I can go a little bit longer, and I want this to be like, I really came for you, Roy.
Yeah.
I want this to be interactive. I want this to be helpful for you. Basically, I have a small agenda. I can share the agenda if that's okay with you.
That's the way I'd like it. Yes, that's the way I like it. That's the format.
So the agenda is very simple. Yeah, the agenda is very simple. I want to tell you, hey, I'm not a developer, and I shared with you a bunch of websites I created that look professional and without knowing how to code. And I'm going to share with you exactly how I do it, and then we can go right away in Q&A. So I'm thinking, and I want to share a bunch of resources that can also help you. Nowadays, people take too long to create a simple website. And when you run a business, you can't spend time on work that's not moving your business forward, whether it's getting that audience, whether it's getting your sales. We get busy, being busy, doing nothing. So that's personal experience. So I want to be helpful. And I know a lot of people out there, they struggle with that, because that's the image, that's the reputation that we are putting out there. So it's so easy to fall into the overthinking trap. You need to know prompts, but you also need to know there's a few things like, okay, your HTML file, you generate it with AI, where do you put it? So small things like that, that's the little technical part, which is, once you know it, it's not rocket science, really. And I think for the audience, it's also interesting to point out, how do people build websites like the old school way? They build on HTML, they would code it, from bottom to top. You need to know what's a footer, what's a hero section, what's a header, a few things like that, like what's an UI, what's your website mind map. All that is it's good to have those foundations, but yeah, with prompting, and when you don't know, if you know how to prompt to learn something you don't know, that's where the secret sauce is basically learning to delegate to an employee or to an expert, a contractor that you're asking. You're going to ask those questions anyways. So you can ask those same questions to AI.
I got you. I love that. Maybe we'll have you back again and again and again, because I can see different phases and sessions. That would be great to do a masterclass on just the foundation, what's necessary. And if it's only 10, 15 minutes, all the better. And we can keep going from there. But let me start this officially. And I am going to ask you immediately, because I want people to not have to wait till the end. I'm going to say, Eddy, where do people go to find out more about how you can help them and guide them in an area, whether you have something, do it by yourself and you have a course for that or what have you, or you do the actual work for them, done for you kind of situation. So, all right, guys, it's time for Eddy and I. It's actually a few minutes over, and that's okay. It is what it is. We can start here. I can chop up little pieces in the tools that I have for minute sessions, and then put it on social media, give it to Eddy, all the things. And Eddy can have access to this as well, download it, do whatever he wants. This is as much his as it will be ours. We are on Skool, SKOOL.com. And this is their live stream feature. They also have a webinar feature, and we are not privy to that just yet because we only have the $9 plan, and the webinar is on the $99 plan, and we don't need it just yet, so we're going to hold off on that. I like this platform. It's minimal. There's not a whole lot of bells and whistles, but the ones we do get and have are amazing. So today, our masterclass is going to be, the teacher, the guide, as I like to say, is going to be Mentor Eddy. And Eddy, please pronounce your last name for us, and then go ahead and tell us exactly where you want people to go so that they can learn more about the products and services that you have available for them.
Absolutely, Roy, and thank you for this introduction. So the first thing I want to say, the reason I'm here is when I said, when you're building a business, too many people, they spend way too much time building a website. I'm not a coder. I was able to build a bunch of very professional, good-looking websites, and I want to share exactly that to enable people to get that website up and running so you can focus on higher value tasks. That's really the goal here, and I'm here for Roy, of course, to help my friend Roy here. Where you can find me and what I do, I specialize in helping businesses leverage AI to really accelerate day-to-day tasks. I specialize in operations and processes. How can you save time and money? Very simple. That's where
all of it. And
perfect.
This is going to be great. I love you, and I love what your topic is today, because I'm an infant. Okay, I'm not even a toddler yet. I'm an infant when it comes to AI and websites. Thank you, Eddy.
I think you're very humble, because someone who has developed HTML, you're probably way above average. With that being said, let me show you a bunch of websites I created before I tell you what's my framework, and then I'll show you how I do it. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. there's a few things that I want to show. Like I created. Hold on. Let me show you first. Like this one. Okay. So typically, like this is fully AI generated, like literally an hour before this meeting. Okay, I'm just showing the demo to show you what's possible today. I didn't write a single piece of code, and all these can be updated, the copy, the text, the logo, everything can be updated. And let me show you a bunch of other work I've done. So this client of mine asked me, hey, Eddy, I'm doing trade shows. I do kitchen cabinets. I want to be able to show a before and after photo. Do you know any online tool? Well, I told her, guess what? I just built you one in with the help of AI. And what this does is basically you drop in a photo and it shows you a before and after photo. Let's see if I have a before and after photo that I can throw in there quickly, just to show a demo. Let's see this one. Oh, okay, let's go select this one. Maybe let me pick some photos. We see some. Hold on, let me pick some photos quickly. I should have prepared the photos. Let's see.
Yeah, no worries, Eddy. Don't rush. Take your time. We have the time. We're doing this live. This is great. I love this.
Yes. Okay. The wife is going to hate me for this, but let me try to do.
No pictures of the wife, but
Camera. Yeah, it's odd because we can't see the pictures, but you know what? Your friend. So very good. Let's see. Okay. Basically, the before, the after. I just want to show you the tool, right? So imagine this kitchen cabinets on the right and the left, and this tool that I built within 30 minutes does the before and after. And she can literally put that in a tablet and show it in her trade show. So,
OMG.
and it looks professional, the logo and everything, right? And then you can manage, you can add as many as you want. Well, there is a limit, which is your resources on your computer. Then for my wife business, so this is a little bit more advanced, so that this requires a little bit more work. It's not a simple HTML file, but basically this is a cleaning business. Notice how it's vacuuming, and then it's cleaning the kitchen counter in the back. As we scroll, now it's cleaning the windows, a little bit of spray. Then we are dedusting the lamp, and everybody's happy sitting in the evening with a nice view. How cool is that?
Yeah, I really like that, and the way that the background is situated. It changes, but it doesn't scroll with you. So that's a very cool effect.
And notice that I have my AI chatbot here that will answer any questions about the cleaning. But let's say you don't want to talk, you can also make a call. So all this is a little bit more advanced, but I just wanted to show the audience what's possible today for someone non-technical. That when I say non-technical, that's not true. Let me rewind that. Someone who doesn't write a single piece of code.
Eddy, you said it makes a phone call. Does it go to your phone? Does it go to like a messenger or do you have your choice, or is it only from here to phone, like VoIP?
Yes, you have the choice. Right now, I've only plugged it into a web call, so it's not attached to a phone number. But you can definitely attach it to a phone number. to receive incoming calls and also to do outgoing calls. Let's say
that is super nice.
Let's say I want to call someone because they did their estimate. So there's an estimation tool, and they put their house is, I don't know. Well, there's a few things. This site is not live yet. It's almost done. It's like 80% there. There's still a small fixes to be done. But let's say they put that they have I don't know. They don't have pets. They have, and we figure out they have pets, and they are saying it's doesn't need a deep clean, but they need a deep clean. Well, the estimate is going to be more because there's more work to do, or maybe the place is bigger, right? So in that case, we want to call the client and say, "Hey, this is happening." So we'll have this conversation. But what the AI can do is like call in and say, "Hey, you're confirmed for Thursday 9 a.m. This is just a call to confirm. Can you please confirm that you got the invite? That confirm your availability." Yes, and then the AI can report back to me or to the wife because this is the wife's business.
This is amazing. Barrier to entry. That is very key for me. It needs to be easy peasy. If people have too much of a cognitive load, which simply means you can just type in home cleaning or something to that effect, right? And then they give you a template specifically for it. And like you said, you change the wording and everything else because they have their standard template. It's a template. But I haven't seen one that has any kind of slider for any kind of prices, because if you have a business and there are different prices, like home cleaning, wow, what I'm seeing with the slider, Eddy, brilliant. Is that something you knew to add? Was it in one of the templates? Yeah. What was the origin story for that?
This was built. So let me open this website. So this was built based on a bunch of things. So I asked the wife, "Hey, okay, do you have a logo? Do you have your?" So that's exactly how I built it. Let me go through this because I'm going to answer that question. If that's okay, because we'll go straight
absolutely.
Into what's the framework, right? That's the next question. How did you do that?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
This is exactly how I did it, and we'll go into the demo once I walk you through this. So, okay, under an hour, this slide was generated with AI. I would say a little bit more, but the initial frame, the skeleton, can be built within even half an hour. But you need a few things in order before that. First thing you need is a brand kit. This is a must, and it will serve you in whatever content, whatever piece of design that you are creating for your business. One, the logo, your brand colors, your font, the font size. You can have some details. If you don't know, you can generate those with AI. For the colors, for example, there is a bunch of websites that you want to visualize the palette, right? So this one is one where you put your colors and it will show you a little bit what are the variants. There's another one that shows line color visualizer. Maybe is it colors? The generator. Yeah, it's this one. I like this one because this one clearly shows it. Yeah, you don't need the Pro. It's completely free. All you have to do is you just put, this is the X code. So every single color has an X code. Or you can just drag and drop and choose your color like this on the slider. This shows.
Eddie, I can't see your screen.
Oh, really? Let me see. Did I stop the screen sharing? All right. Let me try again.
There we go. It's back.
Yeah. Thank you for stopping me. I don't know why it stopped. So I was showing these two websites to visualize your colors. So let me put them in the chat so you have them as a reference.
So
I
for
really
us, we already know the hexadecimal number for the colors that we have. So if you have a client and they already know their hexadecimal numbers for their branding, it just makes it so much easier for you, right? We can just give you the hexadecimal numbers, and here's the things we want in this color, here's the things we want in that color, and we already have it. We don't have to go through this color coding with you because we've already done it prior, because I know that it needs to be done. I was just making the analogy that maybe some of your clients are a little more advanced in what they know and they already know their brand colors. If not, they can give you their logo or whatever their branding colors are.
Is what I did. I asked the wife and myself, we did some research. Okay, what are other cleaning businesses? What do their website look like? So we took a bunch of screenshots, we took the website links, and we'll come into that later on how we can use that. Typically, we are going to use them as references, as examples. Instead of throwing into AI, build me this landing page, giving examples is going to greatly enhance the output. Now, if you tell me you don't have any examples, there's nothing out there that you like, that's where templates and AI prompt generators that are specific for website building comes in. Let me show you what I mean. So there's websites like this where it's called Super Design. These are free tools, by the way. Everything I'm sharing is free tools. So Super Design. So this website, what it does is, like, first you can, use the filters, or you can just navigate. Hey, do I like this design for my type of business? Okay, I have an e-commerce page. Do I like this design? So once you like one design, let's take this. Let's take something that's maybe relevant to you, Roy. Let's say coaching or business. Do we have something for that? Well, we have something wellness. It's more. Or this is more like a mobile one. Coaching. It's not. Let me see if there is something. So they have hundreds of designs. Let's see. I'll just pick one for the sake of this demo. Maybe something that looks okay. Let's take this one. So how do you use this? Is if you look here, you can. Let's view the prompt. Actually, I'm going to show you what the prompt looks like. So there's a summary that, if when you click on this button, you can see that there is a section for the style. There is a section for the layout. There's no way that when you are asking an AI, you go to this level of depth. So, like, how cool is this to have this kind of prompt that you can copy on one click? Right, so you have the hero section. I'm sure all these speak to you, Roy. Like a hero section. So you have developed on HTML, right? So you know all these sections, probably. So you copy this full prompt and we'll use it into the final prompt. I'll pause there just to Can you still hear me, Roy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this something you already knew? Do you want me to go faster?
No, because I want you to slow it down. I want you to go at your speed. The coding of that website used everything the same colors, same titles, same pictures, everything. What you're saying, Eddy, what I'm hearing you say is take one section and give it the prompt, have it change that one section, and then from that new one that you have, the colors are changed, do another section, change the titles. Now you have the colors changed, the titles changed, and then you can upload pictures yourself and insert wherever they had it. Is that what you mean by
That's right.
doing
And I
one
want to
section
show
at a
you,
time? Okay.
and we'll actually show, I'll actually did already, I generated a bunch of page, and we'll actually do that in practice to show you how I do it. So you see exactly the way I work. So let me quickly. I'll just share a bunch of tools for the audience. So there's app super design. There's this other website, similar idea. So you want to pick a design, and all you have to do is get the prompt and copy the prompt for future use. So I'll put this website as well. So
We
you have
lost
it.
our screen share again, Eddy. I don't know why.
Oh, that's me. There you go.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
let me put this website, the second website that I showed, this one. So similar idea. You have like a bunch of designs that you can copy, get prompt, and then you would click on copy prompt to copy the entire prompt. So now what I did is I took an example and I put it in ChatGPT, and look at what I did. All I asked is like build a landing page, and all I did was to go in super design and I took an example. I took an example of this design, like something similar to this. Let me show you the entire process. So I went to super design, prompt library, and I picked this one to be exact. Okay. So all I did was copy the full prompt and I threw it. I did 3 tests for the audience. One, I put it in ChatGPT. So ChatGPT went ahead. Let's see what it did. Notice that it created something in TypeScript. This doesn't look like HTML. So I let it work. Once it finished doing the work, I told it, hey, I can't see the page. It's not HTML. Then it told me, well, I can convert it. Yes, convert it in HTML. Once it converted the file in HTML, this is what I got. So let me open the page, the ChatGPT page. Oh, I never downloaded it. ChatGPT, HTML, there you go. All right. So when I open it, well, guess what? It looks exactly like the super design, right? It did a pretty good job at keeping the consistency on what we asked, right? So this is ChatGPT. Now I went ahead, I did the same thing with Claude. So you can see this confirms what I mentioned to you, which is any AI, the frontier models, they are pretty good at achieving that consistency. You can see that, right? Look at that. You have even a small animation when you are moving your mouse, which is pretty cool. Like all that in HTML. I did the same with Gemini. It built this. So the way Gemini doesn't have a visualizer, so all I did was download this code into this folder, and I named it Gemini, and I can open this with my browser. So if you're on a Windows, you right click, open with your browser, or on a Mac, same thing. I'm using a Linux, so that's why it's a different menu. Gemini also did a pretty good job. Now notice some small differences in between each, right? If we put them side by side, this one was the one generated by Claude. You can see that there is a small difference between each. Claude goes a little bit deeper. This one, the visuals, it didn't add anything. Both have the animation. Claude added a small star. So some of them are going to be better at others, right? I'm sure that the one with ChatGPT, this one is the one with ChatGPT, I believe. No, this one is still the one with Claude. This one is the one with ChatGPT. So you can see same thing, ChatGPT, it kind of break this. All these things you can fix again. But what it does, it gives you a skeleton. I'll pause there just to check in the temperature, the room temperature. How cool is that? Just with a single prompt, nothing else. All right, and I'll close these. Now, just to finish the framework, how do you troubleshoot? And this is where we are coming into your question, Roy, on, okay, how do I update this? So there's a few things you can do to update this. Let's use ChatGPT, for example. So the way I would work is, first of all, I want to open this page, make sure, okay, it's open. Let's say, what can we change? So I want to change the text of this. Let's change it. So you would open a new chat and you will attach the ChatGPT HTML. Okay. Let me take a screenshot of this. Actually, in the screenshot, another thing that helps as well is also doing quick drawing. All right. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT I'm already using the mic, so I cannot use it to use my voice. So see the screenshot, the attached screenshot. I want to polish the section in yellow to be more direct and informational. Update the attached HTML file. Okay, it's pretty simple. I can go more in detail. I can be more specific, but let's just fire it to see how it does. Well, it's working on this. Okay. Oh, it did it already. ChatGPT. Okay, we got the second version. Oh, I have the preview here as well. I like to open it on my browser because that's ultimately how we are going to see. Did it change? maybe my instruction was a little bit vague. Okay. So you can see that here, the control system, one brief generates platform-specific draft, one campaign brief. So it did modify things. Obviously, my prompt was very generic, but you see the updates in this section, and it did not change the left one. So this is how you would change the copy. And the same way, this is how you would change the design as well. If you want a square boxes, if you want to change the color, if you want to update the logo, the same way, without touching a line of code. So what used to take like back and forth, and let me stop the screen share. Lots of back and forth with the developer, cost a lot of money. Each of these are revisions that developers use to charge money for. Well, all you have to do now, you can do those revisions yourself without knowing a line of code. So that's pretty much my demo. Now, one thing, the last step is the HTML file. Once you have the HTML file, you can throw it in a WordPress in your hosting solution in order to publish your website. That's all. I'm happy to show it. And again, you can use AI on, hey, how do I publish this HTML file into my hosting? And it will give you the steps. So yes and no. I can show you if it's okay. I can share my screen again, and I can show you how I do it.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, I'm a visual learner. If I see the step by step, I learn best. Yes.
So this is Hostinger. Okay. Let me actually go for it and add a website. Let's say it's you said you use a WordPress. Let's do it on WordPress so it speaks to you. Yeah, I'm just going to note down this.
So this particular program has, you're on Hostinger. They have a built-in FTP client for what you're building here in AI. Is that what I just saw?
Not necessarily an FTP client. So this is, so Hostinger, what is Hostinger? Let me open a new page so I'm not breaking this up. Hostinger, what Hostinger is they're basically an hosting solution where you can build a different kind of website. I'm not going to add a domain. I'm going to use a temporary domain. So while it's building the environment, so what I have is I have a bunch of domain and I have a few websites here. You can build different kind of websites. Notice that when I went to add website, I can build, they have an AI that allows you to just prompt the AI and build the website. It will build the website the same way Lovable does. Cursor also helps you develop the website the same way. At the end of the day, Cursor is what you do on this. It's just more specialized for websites. So it's maybe easier to do it on a cursor, but you can, what I showed here on the AI is not very difficult, right? For someone who coded before, or even someone with zero experience, it's not something overwhelming. It's just plain English. So let me get back to this. Yeah, so Hostinger, you can have a WordPress site. You can also build apps. So they have different, you can build PHP website, HTML websites. So in this case, I use WordPress. So let me also create one with HTML, like purely HTML. I feel this one, you basically don't need WordPress. That's what I'm saying. So let's see, go to WordPress admin. Okay. Yeah, so they also have an AI to build this. So in your WordPress, if I remember WordPress well, the way you would do it is you would just add a page. There should be a way to add the code here. directly on the page. Visual code editor. There you go. Where's the code editor? Okay. Yeah. It's when you need to demo it. It's, let's see. It takes a bit of time. Let's download this from now and delete. Okay. Okay. What am I missing here? Missing something. You know what? Let's troubleshoot right away. Let's use AI and troubleshoot right away. Because this is typically when you run into this issue, what do you do, right? It's like, I'm trying to upload my HTML landing page to Stinger. I have added the HTML page into the public _HTML folder. But the website is not showing up. Oh, okay, so it needs to follow a particular name. It needs to be named index. So that's why it didn't take it. Okay. That's a mistake. And then we'll do the troubleshooting on WordPress as well. Working or not.
I'm familiar with what you're talking about. Yeah, a heat map would be nice. People usually click if they're right-handed. They usually click anything close to the right-hand side. So you would want to put your hamburger menu there rather than on the left side. Would you recommend that too? That the important things to click on would be on the right side rather than on the left side.
Yeah, no, I have no comments on that. I'm like I said, right? This is something I do on the side. I don't professionally build like websites. I am able to achieve that professional look that's good enough to go and do business, but I don't do this for like a full living. One thing I want to show you is mobile. 90 or 80% of the traffic comes from mobile. So does your website look good on mobile? That's important. And this is a way to look at it. You can open it on your phone as well. But if you look at the website I built for the wife, so if I go and look at on the website, you see, it's very smooth even on a website, on a mobile.
Hugely important, yes. What did you say? 80% are using it on mobile?
Yeah, something. I don't have the exact number, but it's in the 80, if not more, the traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, I know this, and yes, it has to look good there as well. So, did you or do you usually have to make adjustments for that, or is it part of the coding that it gives you?
No. So the way I do it. So there's two things I want to share with you. Actually, three. Number one, I first build the website like on a computer. Once I'm done that, the mobile optimization is a different chat, is a different task down the workflow.
Okay.
I don't do it in the beginning.
Phone? So you do it for the phone screen and the tablet screen, aka iPad. So I use my iPad a lot. You have more screen room on an iPad. So sometimes, if not most times, what it looks like on an iPad is going to look different than what it looks like on your phone because you're limited on the screen size. Is that what you found too?
That's right. And for those kind of optimization, just what I said with the AI is going to be limited. And one, it's going to be limited. And two, is the knowledge of average people are going to be limited. For those kind of tweaking, it's good to have a professional come in and tweak. Like I have systems, like I use like what you call agentic systems with Claude Code, where I can instruct my AI system, hey, build me this website and open a web browser, check the UI, I have like workers. So I have like a front-end designer, which is going to come and look at the website and see, okay, this part needs to be fixed. So it's going to work for like maybe 30 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. And once I'm back, it will tell me, okay, can you check and let me know if this is what you were expecting? And all AI, no employees. So in order to achieve those kind of stuff, you want to have like maybe either a setup, agentic setup, which is a little bit, the technical entry is a little bit higher, or a professional developer. That's where I would say the threshold is.
Well, you've implemented it. I saw your wife's website. I saw your other websites. And now you're teaching it, like to me and anyone else who watches the replay like this. So I love that. My question is, and I'm going to get a different answer every time I ask someone. If I ask my friend Stefan, he's going to say use cursor.com. If I ask you, Eddy, you're going to say something different or maybe additional. You'll give me your main website, you give me your main tool, and then maybe some others. So let me ask you, what is it that you would recommend to someone like myself who already knows a little bit of code and someone who doesn't know any code? Is it any different for those people in their learning process with your number one tool that you would give us and say, guys, you also should use these tools in addition to, because your page will come out looking so much different using these other tools. Does that make?
Let me makes total sense, and it's a very good question, Roy. And allow me to put my advisor cap, because when I get into those questions, I like to put my advisor cap, which is answering the question with a bunch of questions to give you clarity.
Eddy, do me a favor. Look at the lens. Let me see the before and after picture. Look at the lens and teach me, Sensei.
Yeah, this camera is a little bit high, but yeah, you're right. Thank you for reminding me of that. I've been working on that, so thank you. And you mentioning it,
I will certainly.
It's just meant to be.
I will receive it so much better, and so will other people, because you're going to be so personable. Thank you, Eddy.
Yes. So Roy, one thing I would ask you is, I put my advisor cap, and do you want to do it yourself? The answer is yes or no.
Eventually, I would like to learn it, but I don't want to learn it. I just want to learn enough, or to be taught, or someone can help me. Because I don't think April wants to do any of the work to learn. But if we can get the help, like from somebody knowledgeable like yourself, then I would say, no, I don't want to do it by myself. I would love your input. Yes, that would be the route. Okay. That would be the easiest.
Okay, so the reason why I'm asking this is, like, if you're not doing it, then the tools don't matter. The outcome matters, the results matters, and you're just going to set your expectations at that point. Now, I want to give the other flavor, because you're still figuring this out, and there's a few things that you have done yourself already. Is that an accurate statement?
I've done some stuff in Divi, and now they have Divi 5 that includes AI, but I haven't messed with it. Don't understand it yet. But a standalone website with just AI, no, not at all. I'm completely new to it.
Let me jump into the second question then. And I'm asking all those questions just to maybe give some perspective and like help you in that in answering that question. It's like, if you are already using a tool, is it addressing your expectations, and is it helping you get it there fast? If the answer is no, that's where you go get another tool, right? And that's where I would recommend. And if you're doing it yourself, just pick one tool which works for you, like the ChatGPT route, the Claude route. It's free tools that are available. Just work with that and stick with one tool and develop your website that's good enough for you to launch and get it ready. Now, if you want a finished product and you know you're going to hire someone, the tool doesn't matter. One thing personally that is like, as I was building my business, I added lots of subscriptions, and each of these tools add a subscription. It's not, I learned it for myself that money that comes out of my pocket is never good. Whether a business owner or even an employee, you want to have something that pays you things, not you taking it from your pocket, at least from a profitability perspective, right? So I'm just want to throw that out there, because I spend a lot of, if you have a subscription or you're using the AI, you can do as many revisions as you want.
So what I'm hearing you say is start with an AI tool that we can prompt for our logo rather than going to a logo designer specifically, like in the old days before AI, Eddy, because AI is going to be so much more blank. I'm going to insert the word easier and better for us to do the iterations than to share it with a person and wait for the results that may take a day or two, depending upon how, many clients they have at the same time. Oh my gosh. Wow. Babe. Babe. Are you anywhere near the mic?
Like that?
What?
So now one thing you want to do is
say hi to Eddy.
Hi, Eddy.
You want to say hi to April.
So one thing you want to do is create two versions of that. One, it would be a transparent version, because when you're putting an overlay like a background, it might not stand out in all websites. Whereas that's where you need one version like this and one transparent version.
Yes. This was a very easy, quick, rough draft of when I heard him start talking, and I just said this. That's all I said.
Give this a number.
The latest model is pretty good.
Give this a number. Minus the background, if it was,
transparent, like he said, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say 8.
I'll give it an 8.
Can I show you something quickly? If you click on edit there on ChatGPT, can you share your screen?
Yeah, I thought you were going to share your screen. Hold on.
Now, I want to show you that for editing, you can edit by doing another prompt below, but you can also click on edit on the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And if you click on edit on the picture, you see the select button.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the top. And that will allow you to point on the logo if you want to modify. Let's say you want to remove the the underlining in gold, or instead of a star, you want to put a round shape instead of a star in the middle. You can point it with that selector tool. And then when you're describing, it knows that it needs to change only that area. This is connected to Canva, but by the way.
No, okay. Oh, this is by default. ChatGPT uses Canva.
Correct.
Huh.
Okay. When you go to
you can barely see that little circle. Do you see it moving on the screen?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so here's what I need to know. So when you go to ChatGPT, is there like a button or a link we need to click, like images, or do we just do like we normally do by default, start doing this, and then it automatically knows you want an image? So is there a different section, Eddy?
If you use a particular trigger words, that's like, hey, if you scroll up, April, please. If we look at your prompt, when you scroll up, yeah, you need to close this window, I believe. Yeah. Create me a prestigious logo. So that's a trigger word for it to understand that you are creating an image. Now, if you don't use that trigger word, sometimes it will not generate the image. That's when you would click on the plus sign next to ask anything in the field where you would type your prompt. You see the plus sign?
Yeah, at the bottom, right?
Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah, create an image. Yeah, you would click this. So that's another way to make sure that it creates the image.
I've discovered that before. That's how I learned that you have to say create an image or whatever. And now they've just made it easier by giving you the prompts already prepared, right?
That's right. Either the trigger word or this button.
Wow. And all Eddy did was take what I said, like a client would to him, prestigious, upscale.
So I didn't do this. This is April's sign. It's just April has been listening well and she did the homework.
Oh, babe, did you do this?
Yes.
Oh, I thought Eddy did it. Oh my gosh. Okay, it didn't have your name on it and you didn't sign it. It's like OMG, elegant gold logo on dark backdrop.
That's why Eddy was telling me that you have to have two different versions. One that's like this, where although I don't, the gold doesn't pop on this, even though it's a dark background, but you need a transparent background to use for when you have a dark.
Okay, so can you keep everything the same and give me a transparent background? Let's see what that does.
Say that again.
Keep everything the same and give me a transparent background. Before you hit go, that's my prompt. Eddy, yes, no, maybe so. Do you have a better prompt?
No, that's good. And don't worry if you don't get the expected results. I will show you a way to go back to the previous prompt and you can basically create a branch and do it again.
And it won't degrade the original?
No, the original, it's already in the chat. You can download it if you want like a backup or something. Sometimes it crashes the chat, the memory crashes, right? So it's a good thing to save the reference that you like and then iterate it from there.
Okay.
Babe, why don't you save this before you change this?
I'm not changing it, though.
Arrow? Yeah, you're giving it a transparent background.
Yeah, but I'm not editing the original one.
You can download it. Hit the download button at the top right.
Yeah, you see the download button at the top? Go ahead and download this because I want to do a before and after picture on all of this, like I do. I know we have it here being recorded, but yes, just can you please download this before it's transparent, which we're going to say, wow, now that's what I want. Because, I don't want this on the homepage like that. That doesn't fit. If it's transparent, oh, that looks pretty darn good, honey. I got to give it to you. So while you're doing the download and reiterating all of this, what made you go? Yeah, you are. You like
I am spoiled by AI where I can just tell it what to do. I don't have to go looking for where the tool.
But you could do that on Canva now. That's what Eddy's saying, right, Eddy?
Yes. Let me spoil you more, April. I put in the chat 2 custom GPTs that I built. The first one is a prompt evaluator, which literally you can give it, pardon my language, you can give it like really simple prompts. It's like with really bad language, and it will write you better prompts. And the second one is an interviewer. It will interview you to craft an image, a prompt that will allow you to create an image with much more details than just a few sentences.
Wow. I've always thought that and shared that, but I didn't have that frontal lobe because I'm not doing this enough. You can give the AI agent, AI tool, a prompt and say, if this isn't the right prompt, tell me how to prompt you.
That's right.
And in essence, that's what you're saying, right, Eddy? And I love that because that's everybody. And when you're learning, you don't know what to say. You don't know what to prompt. And so if you give it a starter prompt, they can go deep because I am in awe.
There is a trap. Okay. And the way I built my custom GPT is not to fall into that trap. What is that trap? The trap is that if you ask AI, hey, make this prompt better, it's going to tell you a bunch of stuff that sounds intelligent, that makes sense, but you want not the AI to tell you what to do. You want to do the thinking. So the way I have built this is exactly that. Is basically, can I maybe show you a demo, because maybe visually it will speak more.
Please.
So let me click on both links. And after this, I'll have to leave because I have to prepare for another.
I wanted to let you know that we are basically done, and you should go if you need to go. Absolutely. Thank you for your time, Eddy.
No, thank you. It's always I like doing this naturally. This is the kind of thing that I can wake up and do. Like it doesn't suck my energy.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's
right,
fun.
Eddy? Yeah, that's it. For us too. If it's not fun, we're out. It's got to be fun. And we can make anything that is difficult fun. I believe that.
Yeah, that for that I would need you to be the guide on the site for me.
I love it. Yes, I would be honored.
So for this, can you assess this prompt? So now I just need to tap, and maybe April, can you put on the chat the prompt that you gave to get the logo? And if you can drop it in the chat just to show, okay, what other way we can do to improve it. I'm just going to throw it into this prompt evaluator.
It is coming now.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. I'm going to copy paste this and give it the prompt. Boom. And oh, no, it's not supposed. Maybe because they have the latest version. Hold on, let me try again. Send. No. If you see the trigger words. So I need to kind of, when it's for an image, usually I use this for like other prompts, but yeah, there you go. This is what we want. So the way it does, it's going to score your prompt, give a quick summary, and then it's going to give you a bunch of improvements that you can add and think about in your prompt. Hey, do you want like what type of logo style, the typography, the 3D effect, any other context, color instructions. So everything that you talked about. And then it's not only going to do that, it's going to either you can literally copy this and add it here on the chat. Oh, that didn't copy it. So you can copy this and add it here and just reply whatever you want for each item. Or you can just answer these questions quickly. Let's say, should the logo feel more modern, tech, classic, luxury? So I don't know, let's put luxury. Do you want an icon, symbol excluded, text only, text and icon? Where will the logo primarily be used? Website.
Homepage, website homepage like Google.
Page. Okay. Should the logo lean highly? I'm just putting random things that this tool, I recommend playing with it. I just want to show you how it works.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Hold on. And I need to rewrite it.
I like the fact that it gave a score. It didn't give any score higher than an 8, just like April and I gave it. We both gave it an 8. So it's doing the same thing.
So with the recent model, it's a little and update it for ChatGPT, or you can just throw it into another chat simply. Let's see how it does.
Eddy, I'm just wowed. I know there's so much more that I can learn than the basics that I'm already using ChatGPT for or Gemini. I'm wowed. I didn't think of these things to do the detailing. And then my wife went and put what she heard me say, and I'm wowed by that. That's the best logo I've seen anything create for us. Babe, agree?
Yeah, and that's how I ended up with our, I don't know if you showed or if Eddy saw our thumbnail for our live challenge, but that's essentially what I did the other day was I gave it a bunch of stuff and then I asked it to give me its prompt because I knew mine sucked. And once I saw it gave me the prompt, then I was able to go in and tweak it with the words that made sense to me. But at least it gave me the structure, the vibe was one of the, like, what kind of vibe are you going for? And I'm like, I never would have thought of a vibe.
So with an image is sometimes simple prompts and letting it do the work, you'll get a good output. Now, if you're building something else that's not an image, that's not creative, that you don't need it to be autonomous on it, one trick and one tips is I ask it, hey, ask me questions until you're like 95% confident that you can deliver a high quality output and list all your assumptions. What that does is like, it's going to ask you those questions. What my custom GPT is supposed to do, it will do it. Number one. And number two, it will give you the list of assumptions because by definition, language is not exact. We miss lots of information. So in order for the AI to do its job, it's